Hello and welcome. Today is February 24th, and this is the Emeric Covenant's Guild meeting. Sorry I did not write a script for this first video. I will work on making meetings more organized and having a script for the podcast that will be made each Sunday for our guild meetings. These podcasts are strictly information about our guild, the things that are upcoming for our guild. However, we do toss in a few things about the game here and there. I am positive our guild will get into streaming and creating fan videos and podcasts for the Elder Scrolls Online community to watch and learn things about both our guild and the game. However, this one will cover points that we will be covering for the last week. If you are interested in joining our guild, stop on by and visit our guild website at theemericcovenant.engine.com. You may also hear me interact with a third party during this recording, and that's because I am in a meeting with my guild members. We have a meeting, as I said before, each Sunday, and we are just about to begin. Alright guys, so welcome to 2413. Not much to talk about today, obviously, because the guild is just the same as last week, almost pretty much the same. I mean, we're getting some new members like Pixie Math and USA Luck, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys become really active because I've already seen both of them and they're looking pretty good, so that's cool. And while I love new members, we definitely need to try our best to try and get them trained as soon as possible and so they understand what they're doing. I've got Pixie Math up to date, but now we're working on USA Luck still, so I mean, it's not always me either. You guys can always, if you're willing to help teach somebody your like special rank, then that's definitely something we can put you into something like the teacher special rank that I might be introducing this week. So look forward to that. So obviously I'm recording this, and I already previously mentioned that I didn't make a script. I don't really make scripts for a meeting, but when we make podcasts like the Animator rank, special rank, they'll most likely have a script just so it's more professional and it looks better for the guild. But I'm just recording this mainly for our members and anybody who needs extra information about our guild. But this, like I said before, this will be strictly information just about last week or the weeks to come. So my first point is what we're going to cover today is just like I already said, our special ranks. We're having a lot of new members coming in and we need to get them trained. So one example is I already trained Pixie Math. I mean, he's doing pretty good at what he's doing. Also, he's been pretty active making a picture for the competition, so that's pretty good. But I've also had Hybrid Man helping me out train new scorekeepers, but we just haven't been able to get them online. Two examples of people that are saying they're supposed to be online and we want to train them are people like SDR, DR, or Merlin, but it just seems like we can't get a hold of those guys because they're not on the same time as we are. So that might be one difficulty, trying to train a new special rank because those people are not there. Yeah, exactly. Merlin is a different time zone. So yeah, you can definitely train him. And I try my best to train new members whenever they're on and I'm on at the same time. But sometimes I just get busy and that's understandable. I mean, when the game releases, we'll have no lives and then I'll easily be able to train people. But right now I actually am trying to fit my life in. Like last night for USA Luck, I had to ditch his training because I was going to a basketball game. So sorry about that, USA Luck, but I'll get to training him after this meeting. So that's just one example of how you can go about helping somebody if they're online and you can see they're new to your special rank and they're online at the same time as you. Maybe you can work on just teaching them the ropes, and then if that's something you like doing, maybe we can put you in the special rank, the teacher, which I am looking forward to introducing. So yeah, I was at a basketball game and I'm gonna go play basketball right after this meeting. So Yeah. So other than the training, my next one will be about just our ranks. Most of you guys in here are super active, so you know all about this, including Hybrid and Reese for sure, our top 2 scorers in the favor points. But just make sure, like, I know there's so simple achievements out there, and they're just kind of confusing, and they're just kind of broad and simple. Just be sure you're checking that. Make sure you're you know what's going on in there. Make sure you're not missing any points, because right now we only have like one active scorekeeper, and that's Hybrid, and I help him out when I can. So, but we're definitely training some more people. But if you're missing your points, definitely make sure you're checking out the scorekeeper's Google Doc. So, yeah, definitely. What happened to who? Oh, Chill? I don't know, he just hasn't been online. He's been playing a lot of Terra, and I can understand that he's not online being with the guild because, like, I don't know, the game hasn't launched, so he's just not active in the guild website right now. So while I want him to be, like, at least coming to the meetings and coming online every now and then, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody who isn't, so, you know, it's fine. So just make sure, like I said, make sure you get the favor you deserve. And one thing I've also noticed is, for like the lore keepers, if you're like a day active in your lore keeping, if you're like editing, that's something really hard to keep track of. And I've noticed some people have been missing their days, so I've had to update that for Hybrid because it's hard for him to track. So make sure you're definitely not losing your days, Medwin, as a lore keeper if you edit that day. And I know Medwin was, she also told me she was making a game, and we introduced that about 2 weeks ago, but her whole computer crashed and she lost that idea. So she's thinking about just kind of, I don't know, what were you thinking, tossing the idea or just like waiting on it, Medwin? Yeah, just holding that off for a little bit. Yeah, her whole computer crashed, so that's kind of, I was looking forward to playing with some players, so. On that same note, playing with members of the guild, I know a lot of people are on their own time and a lot of people are out there playing different games. So as you can see in our TeamSpeak at the bottom, we have some games listed down there. And I know there's a lot of people who play different games, and I've seen some new games out there too that I just would think would be amazing to go play out with, like some of the active members of the guild or just any member of the guild, you know. We can go check out that game Chivalry, or we can go check out PlanetSide 2 or Terra. I know we were trying to play Guild Wars 2 together. Yeah, I didn't really like Terra, but I think Chivalry would be fun. I just haven't put any money into it. Yeah, the problem is those time zones. So when we're actually in the game, we'll have a lot more members online, you know. So I don't think time will be a problem because we'll have so many players online all day, you know. So I look forward to having those international players playing with me, just because I can have guild members on when I actually want to go take my hour's nap, you know. So one other thing I want to make sure you guys are remembering, I don't know, I put it up in the news, so it should have been it was the last point. So far I only got like about 1 entry, which Pixie Math still hasn't done it correctly. So the competition, guys, you know, I've already told you guys I'm not great at Photoshop, and I like to integrate like other members so they can help out the guild and feel like little special, so they have their individual things in the guild, you know. Well, this one's pretty big, you know. You get to create the banner for our guild, and I might actually have this competition more than once, you know. We'll have this banner right now, competition right now, maybe like 2 months down the road we'll have another one, but that's just an idea. So right now I want you guys to know that we do have a competition out there that you can submit a picture. Yeah, submit a picture to our gallery, and it's for a competition. And what you need to do is just check out, I posted some details in the announcements about like what kind of size and how big it can be. And that picture, it's going to be submitted to the gallery, and then we're going to vote for it on like March 17th. And then on March 18th, whoever wins the poll or the vote for the most like best picture for our banner, that picture will be put up as the banner. And so far, only Pixie Math has put up a picture. So once he puts it in the gallery, we'll that's our first entry. So just waiting for anybody else who wants to try. So far, I like the one that he submitted. That one looks pretty cool, but I think many people can try to do their best, and then we can all vote on which one we think is the most best looking for the guild. So one thing is, like I said, make sure you save the file name under your name, so when you upload it to the gallery, it'll say your name in there. But don't put your name on the picture, because then when we upload it as a banner, it's kind of silly to have your name on it. But yeah, that was just a little bit of confusion there on my part, so that's okay. I hope you guys look forward to doing that competition. And one last thing I did want to mention is you get 1,000 favor just for winning that competition, so that's pretty cool. One thing, what was that, Reese? 100. Alright, so one other thing that I wanted to make sure I mentioned is you won't be getting any like you won't get like what was I looking for? I don't want to oh, now I remember what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the donator status, that's the thing I wanted to talk about next. Now the donator status, it shouldn't be any kind of peer pressure. I'm just looking for people who are okay with donating to the guild website, and if you don't have the money to, you don't have to. So you don't get any favor for doing it, and the only reason I say you don't get any favor is so I'm not peer pressuring people into doing donating to the guild site, because I don't want to force you to have to do something that I'm fine with doing by myself. But if you are willing to donate to the site, you will be recognized. So you'll get, like I said, you'll get a little you'll get a donator tag on your name for whenever you're on the guild website. It'll say donator next to your name, so that's pretty cool. I was showing that off on the guild website. Welcome, Arlindo. Okay, so okay, yeah, definitely. Alright, so yeah, that's the donator status, so you can get that just by simply donating more than 3 days. And that, I know 3 days is like only like $1, so if you can donate $1, you'll get the donator status, so that's cool. Alright, Hybrid, you do that. Alright, definitely some things to check out on the website. I mentioned this last week, that I was trying to get the charter up. Well, I completed that, and now it's underneath the guild information. If you ever need to learn anything that you're kind of confused about in the guild, you just go to the guild information tab. That's also a good reference point to send new members or friends or family. So definitely have them check that out. And if they're more confused about our unique ranking system, there's another tab on the guild website that was created, and that's where we have our ranking system, the ranking system tab, and it talks about special ranks, it talks about our standing with the guild, which is our ranks, it talks about favor, it talks about achievements, and they can learn everything right there about our guild ranks, so that's pretty cool. One thing I do want to mention, some new things about the ranks. Nobody can become a captain before launch, because I've added a little requirement to it where you have to be at least level 10 to become a captain of the recruits, and then like a captain of like the guards has to be like a level 30. So then when you're like a captain of the knights, you have to be like level 50 at least. So yeah, those are 2 new requirements I just put down on those. And another requirement that everybody should know already. I don't know what you mean by that, Hybrid, but I put up the level requirements. Definitely don't remove it if you did. What was I just gonna say? Hold on, you guys are putting me off track. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man, I should have turned that off a long time ago. You should have told me. I hope it's not on the recording. Okay, well, what was I gonna say? Something about our ranks. Oh, the tests. When you reach the Squire, if you've already gone from Squire to Knight, you know that you have to take a test. Well, all members in here should know that every single time you rank up after Squire, you have to take a test to get your new rank, and that's just so you learn things about the guild. So you're not just ranking up, but you know nothing about the guild. So these tests are simple, but they get difficult super fast. So definitely be prepared for that. Yeah, so they are definitely hard. Coming from 3 members that already said so. So yeah, I know. Thanks for making me feel bad, Medwin. I'm sorry for anybody who's listening to this podcast. If you actually heard the TV in the background, I will be sure to not do that again. But like Medwin says, all the cool people have TVs in the background, so I guess that's a plus for me, right? Alright, so I already talked about the games I like to play, so you guys can definitely check me out if you like to play Planet Side 2. I'm always on that. But I also have been checking out some Chivalry too, because that kind of looks a lot like the Elder Scrolls Online. Well, not really. I think the Elder Scrolls Online is going to be a lot different, but it's definitely like a little bit like Skyrim, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there's also guild members there's also members of the guild who are playing different games. I'm seeing people put like Soda Pop or whatever you call it up on Skype. Links to go play games, and some people will go and play like something like RuneScape, so that's fine. Just anything to get together, be friendly with your guild mates, so then you guys know who you like to hang out with for when the game actually comes around. I did earlier say that we were most likely interested in just like kind of team players, not so much the solo player, but solo players are definitely welcomed. Those solo players are definitely going to be the ones that make a difference in the game. So, or definitely in when we're in PvP, those people are going to be the ones that make the difference. So, or at least I heard they will. So, so that's about it. Am I missing anything? Let me check out the guild site. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I already mentioned the donator status. Right now, make sure I have this on the website. I kind of allowed it for Pixie Math, but for now it's done. I'm closing the artist special rank, so no more artists. There's just too many of them. So while we do adore people making pictures all the time, if those people are in the artist rank and they're inactive, then I'll just remove them so we can put more artists in there. So, but we do need more, like when the guild expands, I'll open that back up. But for now, it's closed just because I need some like advertisers. I mean, we only have like one advertiser, so. Yeah, definitely. Alright guys, let me make sure I will don't let me forget to introduce the ace for this week. Already mentioned that. The guild should know that the Emeric Covenant is part of a bigger guild. I mean, not a bigger guild, but an alliance. So, Daggerfall Covenant has created a Daggerfall Covenant alliance with some of the bigger guilds. So some of them that are inside that guild are like Cross. So if you know who Cross is, then they're part of the alliance too. So, but more to come into that later. So once the game actually releases. Not much happened about Cross. I mean, they're pretty active. They're on all the time, just like we are. So. What's up, Arlindo? Yeah. Two things. Reese, limitation just says like he's been inactive, so he's done with his project, so he's just like, I'm gonna wait till the game comes out, you know. I don't know what's with that, but back to Arlindo's question, or not really a question, just a statement. The game mechanics are definitely being changed around, you know, but nothing's for sure. You can't really say this is what's going to happen in the game because the game hasn't even been released. I mean, we can speculate all we want. We can read all these news about how the solo player is going to be like this awesome guy, or this is how PvP is going to work, or this is how the dungeon system is going to work, or there's not going to be a holy trinity, you know. But I think you guys just keep reading about that news on the Elder Scrolls Online. I know they got rid of, or they thought of getting rid of, first person, so we'll see how that works. But you know, everything's just gonna change until the beta is actually over. So USA Luck, you might want to test actually put. You probably have to push a button to chat, so try pressing control and then chat, and then talking. He's completely new to TeamSpeak, so you have to press control and then talk. Oh yeah, definitely. I watch a lot of Shoddycast. Medwin, did you watch their new video? Well, it's not a new video, but like how his lore series. I like that. It's pretty cool. The lore. Yeah. So anyways, before I call this meeting to an end and I'm gonna turn off the recording, I'm just gonna announce this person, this week's ace. I'm just gonna remind you guys that the ace of any ace you get recorded as an ace, which is the best member of the guild for the week, and we make a announcement for who's ace each Sunday. So whoever did the best last week deserves this ace rank. But one thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to give this person the ace a while ago. For they did work hard, but so did other people. So it was kind of a choice back then. Last week, a lot of people were just kind of inactive. I mean, it's been like that for a while, just because, you know, the game hasn't started, so the guilds just, you know, come online every now and then. But this person did a lot of work a while ago, and they definitely are one of those people up there in the ranks. So the person that's going to get this rank, and I'll go ahead and start throwing out hints until it's so obvious that everybody knows. This person recruited a lot of people. He has gained a lot of points, and he's one of the top 2 members of the guild in the rankings. So obviously we already have one man who's been a ace, so the only last choice, who is the other rank who's up there, who's gotten so many recruits, is also one of the only ambassadors, is Sleepism. So congratulations to Reese, Sleepism. So I'll go ahead and record that for Sleepism. This is where we need limitations so he can play his little soundtrack. Whatever, Reese. You know you deserved it a while ago. So every ace on our website will get their name as a rank as an ace, and their name gets a little pretty cool coloring to it. So that's interesting for our guild. So congratulations to that, Reese. But now I'm going to end the meeting with that. Good job, and I'll see you guys next week.